bad for that black dude, that black cop. Well, he was smart. I'll give him this.
No, I don't feel bad for him. He was doing his job.
No, that's what I say. He was smart. What he did was he led them to the other SWAT. I was like, that's a smart ass nigga. He was like, okay, come on, follow me. Oh shit, there's more cops. And I was like, oh, this dude's smart. He led them to his people. I was like, that's smart. I feel bad for the. Can you feel bad for somebody that got shot that did something that normally none of us would be able to do?
Yes.
You know who I feel bad for?
Hmm.
The doo-doo!
I was waiting for it. I was waiting. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
We just started. Let's start the show.
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Geeks of Comedy. True story, bro. On season 4 of our grand adventure.
Season 4?
Season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4.
Yeah, season 4.
Shit.
Season 4 on our grand adventure. Yes, that's right. So Happy New Year to all you lovely people watching us out there.
Wait, did you say Grand Adventure?
Yes, grand adventure.
Oh no. Change the title.
Why?
Because that reminds me of Dragon Ball GT, and I'm not with that.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was Grand Tour, though. That was Grand Tour. And you didn't even comment that. He said Geeks of Comedy.
That was grand trash is what that was.
Yeah,
It was
really
grand
was.
trash.
Great.
But anyway, we will be, of course, talking about everything that's pop culture news and
My bad.
everything else. Starting with, of course, we're going to be talking about Cobra Kai season 3. Everybody watched it, right? Chris, you better watch that fucking thing.
Bro,
We had to,
we were
man.
supposed
We were supposed to do it last week.
We were supposed to do the watch party, and then everyone was still up in the air about it. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm watching it." And then when we actually sit down for the watch party, I'll just act surprised.
I was ready.
Everyone bailed, yo.
I was ready.
I was like, I don't know about these niggas, but I'm watching Cobra Kai. I've been waiting for this shit for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I watched it the day it came out.
Wow.
My brother watched it and watched it. I waited. I stayed in the bedroom until he was done watching it, and then I watched it because he got up early as hell, like 6 a.m. started watching that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Cobra Kai. We're gonna be talking about the new news with Lucas Games now going away from EA for good.
Thank the Lord.
And other stuff that we've deemed funny in these past couple of weeks and not so funny. But first, let's start with the elephant in the room, which we already talked about, Cobra Kai season 3. The whole season in all, starting with, let's see, Sir Wednesday.
Yeah, what's up?
How did you feel about the whole season 3 of Cobra Kai?
My main thing was this. When it came to a show getting delayed that had as much anticipation as Cobra Kai, you get a little worried that when they come back, they ain't going to have what we need. They ain't going to bring the hits. It's going to fall flat. We've seen that with other shows like The Get Down. And then The Get Down was the letdown because it's like, what the fuck happened here? And I was worried for this because of how well the first and the second season performed that I was like, yo, I've been waiting so long. This shit better be fucking hot. So when they finally took their time and dropped the trailer, they gave me enough to be like, yo, my nigga, you gonna like this. And you know what? Happy to say that I was thoroughly impressed. They did their motherfucking thing, and I was very happy. Every episode, once again, was well paced, and they did the damn thing, and I'm so glad that it wasn't a complete another shit show. But yeah, I loved it. Seeing all the reveals, all the constant.
all the constant.
All the constant. Rah.
Yeah, all the constant rah. Yeah, all that good stuff. So I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay,
Constant
cool.
rah.
Let's
What
see.
about you?
I was just gonna go to Roundhouse. I want to get everyone else. I want to get him first. That was nice, short and sweet, Sir Wednesday. Roundhouse. Let's see if you can do
I
it
loved
too.
it. I was happy that they got and it's weird because I didn't recognize who she was until they showed her in the show. What's her name? From the first Karate Kid.
You mean from the second one? Or
No.
the first one? Oh, you mean Allie.
Allie. And I was like, wait a minute, isn't that what's the name from? I was like, oh shit, that's really her. I was like, it took me out of the loop. Like it was her from The Boys.
Yes.
And I was like, oh shit, that really is her. Like, damn, she aged well. She looked good. But I love the show. It was great. I will say that I missed the what's her name? The black girl that was on there. I miss her because she brought a different dynamic to it. Like, I don't know. It was weird. She brought a different dynamic to it. I miss her in there. But Jesus Christ. I don't know. I love the show, but other than that, I got no complaints about it.
Okay. Man with no nickname. How'd you feel about the show?
It was dope. I enjoyed it. I didn't want to put it down. I was like, I was fully into it, and and I normally try to pace myself, but it was just too good to like just have it sit there. You know what I mean? Like, I just like if they put it out weekly, I think I'd be fiending for it even more. The fact that it's out, weekly. So the fact that I was able to watch the whole thing in one shot, crazy, but it was great. And the fact that when Daniel went to Japan, that was so dope. Just so many memories from the older movies. That shit was just so dope to me. And just that anticipation for the tournament now.
All right. Well, I have to agree with you, Chris, on that one. Those portion of episodes were like golden for me. Yeah. The whole season was never a letdown every episode. And like you said, it's like you just couldn't stay away from it. And it was it hit the feels hard in that season. Yeah, super hard. like when it got to episode 3, 4, 5, and 6, those were like I was just done, just flowing. But I mean, there were a lot of things in those episodes that hit me personally, but also like. For Daniel, I knew he actually started to understand and realize that even Miyagi had his own, he had to keep something for himself, and then the letters that what's her face was reading to him.
Bro, I cried.
I did too. I was done. I was so done. I was like, I can't. This is like what my favorite episode. Then the fifth one came when he met Chosen again. I was like, oh, this is my favorite episode. It was hard to pick, but such an awesome episode, such an awesome season. And I really, really hope season 4 doesn't drop the ball. I'm really hoping.
I don't think they would, man.
I'm almost curious. Well, I mean,
look at that cut.
We see what they're going towards. We see a little glimpse of what they're going towards now. I got a feeling that in season 4,
I was just thinking that.
I got a feeling in season 4 that one of the main dudes in Karate Kid 3 is gonna come back.
I'm hoping 2 of the main dudes in Karate Kid 3 come back.
Hoping. Mike Barnes is in fucking jail, bro.
For what?
Huh?
For what? What is he in jail for?
Being the bad boy of karate, you don't get locked up for shit like that.
No, well, not him. I'm talking about I met the other dude. What's his name?
Who? Terry Silver?
Yeah. What did he do? Some fucked up shit, like really fucked up shit.
He was just working.
Or he was
in
just
toxic
sideliner.
waste. No, he was just working in toxic waste.
Yeah.
But you know what? They haven't locked up niggas for that shit in years.
True.
Working in toxic waste.
It's a figure.
That's what he was doing. He was moving around toxic waste. That's what he made his money in.
Hey.
But no, it's funny because I kind of said that too. I was like, yo, I hope what's name doesn't come back. And Johanna was like, who? Mike Barnes.
Mike Barnes
died.
Yo, if he shows up, I want to see him fight, one of these niggas. You know what? I want to see him fight Johnny.
Yeah.
Because Johnny
Two bad boys of karate.
Johnny was always the aggressor when it came to, because he was taught offense. So how would it be for a person that was, under the tutelage that he had to fight a very offensive fighter, and how would he go about it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, that might be the dopeness.
Speaking of fights,
if they did that, I think it would be like at the tournament, and he would show up as he was like, helping out this dude train the kids, and then they both step into like the middle, and like they both had like this square off with all four of them.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You just reminded me about that they got the green light to do the tournament again. So
yeah,
that's where they can take it. Like all this training that these kids are getting going towards the tournament. But if you look at it, that's a big team. Like that's a big team. Like you trying to tell me that Cobra Kai is like who they have left though? Like,
yeah, but didn't you hear what's name made a phone call at the end of that episode?
Yeah, and
so he's getting backup.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's the guy from the Karate Kid 3. I think that's it's one of his sergeant, his military dude. That's one of them. But I think the guy from Karate Kid 3 is going to be one of those guys that he gets back as well.
Yeah, but that was the military dude. That was the dude. Don't you remember? They said Silver. At first, they wanted you to think it was the ponytail dude. They tried to fake you out, like, yeah, that's him. But it was the other dude. It was the other dude.
That's just like how they faked you out, thinking that Kreese was the bully, and he wasn't.
You know what? That was actually the dude who plays Kreese's son. The dude who played the bully. Yeah. That was actually Martin Kova's son.
But
that's crazy.
What was your favorite fight in this season?
That last one. That last one.
The one with Daniel and fucking Johnny versus Kreese?
No.
The house
fight
with everybody. Oh, yeah. And when fucking Hawk turned on them and fucking joined up with Cobra Kai, bruh.
I was waiting for that nigga to say binary brothers. Boom.
Yeah, honestly, I do like the fight where I forgot where it was, but they were fighting. I think it was the amusement park or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and where what's the name got his arm broken? I was like, I enjoyed it, but I was just like, damn, this is really intense. Like it's really a tense moment. I was like, oh shit, like
that was just a real intense moment. Like that fight though wasn't that crazy because it was a bunch of niggas just getting trashed.
Yeah, I liked it though. It was one of those things that was just like, oh shit, this is intense. Like,
and then this bitch hiding in the corner, that shit pissed me off.
Well, she had PTSD. Well, was it anxiety?
Yeah, she had PTSD.
Yeah. I mean, after you see somebody like you emotionally involved in hit and then look and be paralyzed after that, and it's like, oh shit.
I know, and that chick just like, what's her name? Tori, like, was basically gave her anxiety all the time.
Wilding.
Well, look what she did. She fucking cut like
she was trying to kill that bitch.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever been hurt the way she's been.
Not at all.
Like to being cut right there on the side and shit. You know, I think because it's like, you know, it's like karate's never been dangerous for her to do. It's always been like, is self-defense, and for her to get cut like that in the way that she did, like somebody's trying to kill her, you know, like bruises and everything is gonna happen in martial arts regardless, but that type of cut, like this bitch is trying to kill me, that's different. That fucked her up in her head, because what she's been taught by Daniel and what is going on with her, what's going on with that other girl, it's too much for her, because it wasn't something that she was used to.
Plus, it was also her fault, low key. Like, and she low key does blame herself because she kissed Miguel.
Yeah,
she kissed Miguel, and the girl would have never came after her because she saw it, but at the same point, it's also Tori's fault, because this nigga was trying to get back with Sam, and you said, "Hey, look over here, pussy," and it's like,
what you expect? It was Robbie's fault too.
Yeah, it was all their fault. But you know what? Once Sam got the info, Sam should have opened her mouth way earlier.
It was mainly her fault.
Mm-hmm.
It was all three of their faults, but she was like the prime suspect.
Like, why don't you just say she had fucking feelings for Robbie? Like, she acted like she was defending his honor.
Because she still was digging
Miguel.
What's his face? Miguel. Robbie was Robbie was basically like rebound. He was just there.
Yeah, he was. And even though she liked him, the Miguel stuff was unresolved.
Yep.
That was the problem. But with
here's a question.
I was getting mad how they kept dumping on Robbie. Like, I understand he fucked up, but they just kept dumping on him. Even Johnny's stupid ass is all like, "Well, nobody told you to kick the motherfucker over." I'm like, "Yo, for real, nigga? You said you were supposed to come here and be with me, but you." And I felt for Robbie in that instance. He was like, "Yo, nigga, you always going to choose Robbie. You always going to choose Miguel over me." And I'm like, you know what? Low key, I understood he had to be there, but nigga, you told your son you gonna be there, and you ain't show up.
Like, he really wasn't there. Like, on some real shit, he's like, why? Like, not only did I almost kill somebody, and the cops are looking for me, and I need you as my father to help me, because I'm still a kid. Let's be real about it.
Definitely.
But I think Daniel did the right thing.
Yeah,
as far as turning him in,
or he tried. Daniel did the right thing by being there for him. But even when it came to being there for him, him and Johnny, like, he didn't want Johnny or Daniel around, because it was like, it's your fault. He blamed both of them, really.
Well, Daniel and Johnny still got fucking shit towards each other.
But you remember,
they're kids that they were kids who never got their shit resolved.
But you remember what Ali said to him? Remember what Ali said to him?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just alike. And
you
guys don't want to admit it. And I was like, oh shit. Because when they went back to talk about how everybody met each other and everything like that, and how Daniel met his wife, and the thing that happened between her, Johnny, and Daniel, like, she broke it down I was like, oh shit, y'all both are dicks.
I love how they kept mentioning the whole Daniel was a bully Easter egg in there the entire time of this season.
I heard you were a real bully.
Yeah, that's not what I heard. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he was a bully. That's not what I heard.
But here's a question: what do you guys think about? How do you think Robbie is going to redeem himself?
I don't think there's going to be any redeeming qualities. I think it's just
Yeah, there's no way of redeeming
himself.
There's no that should happen.
Dude, he sided with somebody that took, like,
you got
Robbie's looking for a father, and when a kid is lost like that, any person that gives you type of confidence is kind of like the number one in your life, So it's no redeeming. I don't know. I know for a fact it's going to come down to Miguel and Robbie at the tournament, and I don't know what's going to happen between.
I think we're gonna have a Johnny Daniels situation where he's like, "Yo, sweep the fucking leg."
And not even sweep the leg.
Yeah, I guarantee.
It won't be the leg; it'll be his back.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's gonna be one of those moments where he's gonna be like, "Yo, sweep the leg," and he's gonna be like, "Nah, what you doing?" Because you saw how Johnny changed when that happened. You know what I'm saying? He was like,
Yeah,
he was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, just do it. Do what I tell you. And he did it, and this nigga's leg was all fucked up.
But yeah, I feel Robbie is gonna get a redemption from this, because the thing is, like you said, he is looking for a father figure, and he's gonna realize how much Johnny really does care for him when that tournament happens. He's gonna realize that,
of course,
and there's gonna be some turmoil with Robbie, but he's gonna pick I feel he's gonna pick the right choice at the wrong time.
I think so too. You know what's weird? I wanted to always
kind of like how Miguel did.
Yeah, I always wanted to see what his mother looked like, and I was like, oh shit, she's in rehab. That's some fucked up.
Don't you remember? She left that nigga.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was deep. I was like,
at first I didn't even know who that was until I started. I was like, oh, that's his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, what a change.
Because
you see why he's fucked up.
Because she wasn't rocking all that makeup. Because when she was partying all the time, she was just maked up and all that stuff like that. That's why she looked different.
Yep.
And that's low key what Robbie was doing. Like, he kicked Miguel, keeping it real. Because all that time in the second season, if you go back, you see that it was like people were constantly taking stuff from Robbie. So he was like, oh, I lost my mom to rehab. I lost my mom to this dude. I lost my dad to Miguel. Because I lost my dad to Miguel, because it's like, yo, how's he treating Miguel the way he should have treated me?
Yeah.
And then last straw, Sam, you kissed Sam. Why did it happen? Because one nigga, you got in the way. That's one.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
you're so stupid.
It's true.
It's true though. It's true. He did get in the way. He got in the way.
He did.
So he's looking like he's looking at Miguel like he's Mr. Steal Your Girl, but at the same time, nigga, you're the one who got in front of the situation.
He's rebound.
Don't get mad that you got shot up like the bullet. Don't get mad that you got shot up like the fucking.
He's the rebound man.
When you stepped in front of the bullet. And that's what happened to him. And so that's why when he said, I'm sorry, and in his mind, you know how it is, like when somebody makes you mad and then they finally say sorry after they done destroyed your entire, you're like, you sorry? You sorry? And that was the anger that Robbie had. He fucking hit Miguel and kicked him. He wanted to kick him. He didn't expect that nigga to go over the ride like he was watching 1998 WWF.
He also kicked him because he got beat.
Oh yeah, he was dead to rights.
That's the other thing. When you not only when you win, like when you're in a fight like that, and then you lost your dad, literally, like you're being trained by my father, you know, and he's treating you more of a son than I am, and you know, I lost my potential girlfriend, and because she's with this dude. You're right. I'm losing this. I'm losing that.
I'm losing everything. Lost my mom.
Yep. Dude lost everything. He had nothing really to live for.
You're right. In that one point of rage, like of him just losing shit, he lost it. He kicked him. Not, you know, I don't think he realized where Miguel was standing.
No.
But he kicked him fucking hard.
Oh yeah, he did. But he was mad. When you mad, you ain't hitting people with
you're
hitting them with bodies.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
So you're
lying too.
I ain't kicking nobody off.
Ridiculous.
I never kicked nobody off. I ain't kicking nobody off a ledge like that. But I did almost throw somebody out of a second.
Of a window. Yeah, I remember that. So you did.
Yeah, I did it. I threw him. He was hanging on. The teachers pulled him in. Don't forget for calling me a slave. Period.
Anyways, so we're gonna go on. What are your quick predictions for season 4? Give me some quick bullet points of what do you think might happen. Starting, Mamma No Nickname, go.
Damn, see, fuck.
Okay.
I'll go.
Roundhouse, go.
Here's the thing.
Wait, hold up.
Here's the thing, because it's rough to even think about it. I just know what I'm hoping to see, and it's just mainly like, you know, just some hardcore ass fucking training from everybody,
right?
And that tournament is, you know, where it's gonna be at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't have anything that I'm like waiting for it because I didn't even expect half the shit to happen in the third season. I didn't expect half that shit to happen. So I was like, yo, that shit is crazy.
No, that's very true. But you're okay. So you are well versed with. Are you sort of well versed with the Karate Kid movies? Like all the 3 of them.
I mean, it's been a while since I watched them, but yeah, I do know some shit.
Okay. Like
I remember Chosen, and I remember the whole Japan shit. Like that was so dope. Like just to be able to revisit.
Karate Kid 2 is my favorite movie anyway.
But,
it was like my favorite Karate Kid movie.
I don't know. I don't know what I would expect to see.
Nothing like you would hope to happen other than training montages with the Miyagi Eagle Karate Do.
Yo.
Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang. What the fuck was that?
Yo, they were selling t-shirts. I want to buy one so bad.
Do they have an Eagle Fang shirt? They have Eagle Fang shirts?
Yes.
Oh man.
Where?
I'm gonna get us some.
On the website on the TV
No,
show?
it's on another website, but it's actually the Eagle. They got an Eagle Fang one. They got Cobra Kai. They got Miyagi Do.
I'm definitely gonna.
But Roundhouse, what about you? What are your predictions for season 4?
My predictions for season 4 is gonna be Cruel Summer.
Oh God.
Leaving me here.
Sir Wednesday, what are your predictions
I thought you were going to say
Hot Topic.
There you go. There it is.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic?
I knew Hot Topic was gonna have that shit.
Of course. It was either Hot Topic or Spencer, same shit.
So Sir Wednesday, what would you like to see in season 4?
I say now that we've understood the backstories to all of our characters, first we got it with Daniel, then we got it with Johnny, now we got it with Kreese to see what brought him over the edge. I want to see what's going to be the thing to break them, because each one of them had their breaking points. Daniel with Sam Miguel, as far as like everything that happened at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel and Robbie, same thing that happened at the school with Johnny. But Kreese, he still hasn't hit his breaking point, even with Nam, even with his girl dying, even with, and it's like I want to see what's gonna be too far for Kreese, because it seems that Kreese is gonna have to do something that would even, or somebody like he's training, like maybe Tori will make that nigga realize, like, yo, nigga, I've gone too far for too long.
I think,
and then it'll basically get them to like reevaluate themselves, because keeping it real, just like you said with Mr. Miyagi, he's like, Daniel wasn't ready for these dope moves. You see what I did there? Yeah, he wasn't ready for them dope moves. So he was like, because his temper was a problem. And the same thing with Robbie, his temper was a problem. And even with Johnny, once again, their tempers are going to get the things that the better of them. Granted, you're not going to be Obi-Wan Zen all the time, but there's going to be times where you have to fucking, do what you got to do. Like Daniel, like if the kids didn't come, you think Daniel would have killed this nut? It looked like he was going to.
I think he
so.
Really wanted to.
I think he really wanted to.
I don't think he would have killed him. I think he would just pressure pointed him.
For all the shit that he did to his family and those kids, he wanted to take that dude's life.
They lucky they were
coming back from.
Was that meant to be a death blow?
It looked like it was gonna.
Yeah. No, it wasn't no death.
It was that. No, it was that same. It was that chop blow that Miyagi.
Oh yeah. But he wasn't.
But think about it. Miyagi did the same thing in 2 to save Sato, and he broke the wood. Yeah, that would have killed that nigga's face.
And as we know, Daniel can fucking break through like 4 blocks of ice.
It was 6.
6.
That's right. The black dude from Walker, Texas Ranger said it. And it was him. You're
right. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, guys.
I don't know.
But yeah, all I got to say is, in all honesty, with everything that happened and how they're wrapping it up and giving us all the Easter eggs we love and all the nostalgia baths that we can endure, I'm thinking that probably next one's probably going to be the last one. Even though people said the green light for a 4th and a 5th, I'm thinking 4 should be good enough for me.
Truly, because they shouldn't they should just quit while they're ahead. Like they're really high on the bar.
I mean, if they say there's a 5th one, I got a feeling whatever happens in 4 is because supposedly they're all united now, right?
Yeah.
2 different schools, apparently.
Yeah.
So there's going to be, I think, season 4 will be a lot of unity, or the becoming of the unity.
UNITY.
Yeah, like because not. I mean, also too, they're also going to school together. So I don't even know what year they're in. Right? I think they're what?
That's true.
I don't know what year they're in. So that's another thing. Like if they're in sophomore or junior, because I know some of those kids are freshmen, right? So you got a couple of
junior year probably.
Yeah, they're probably like junior year.
Because the first season was the sophomore year. I mean, was freshman year, and they just came back.
Yeah. So yeah. So okay.
So it's gonna be.
So they're going into their junior year. Or they are in their junior year.
No, they should be going into.
It depends, because some of those kids, some of those kids are freshmen or sophomore now. So I don't know. It's a question of I don't know, because I don't know what year they're in.
Right.
So when the tournament happens, right, it will be there'll be a certain age limit, right, for them tournaments.
They'll still be within the 18.
Yeah.
So they'll be fine.
Because I mean, if they go to the 18 and up, if they go 18, well, not up, but I would say senior year. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
I have a prediction that both of the karate dojos and whatever, even like they're gonna probably call themselves the All Valley Karate. I have this feeling that they're gonna do some shit like that.
Are they going to do that with 10
I feel like if they do that, that more dojos are probably end up popping up out of nowhere. So that would be season 5, where it'll just go completely to shit, because there's a lot of people that are now like opening up dojos because of that fucking speech that the kids gave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So
that was a good speech.
It could be that they decide to say, you know what, why don't we just make our own over here and see if we can try to beat them? And then it's like just all out war again. You know what I mean?
There was more dojos in the first Karate Kid. There wasn't just 2 dojos.
But that was like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, 35 years ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not to say that some of those dojos probably don't exist, but I don't know.
Yeah, but we don't hear about them.
They're just not put to the forefront.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because honestly, we'll see what happens.
But moving on to other news. Recently, we have heard this week that EA will no longer be doing any Star Wars games.
Thank the fucking heavens.
Anymore.
Bye.
Thank God.
Basically, Lucas Games have, I guess, teased a whole bunch of games that they're going to be working on their own, with an Indiana Jones game and all this other stuff, but also Massive Studios is going to be, who's the guys who make Division 2. They're going to be working on an open world Star Wars game.
I have so many problems.
Hold on. I'll get to you. So my question is, well, not my question. Well, yeah, no, my question. How do you guys, number one, feel about the fact that EA is no longer having the thumb of Star Wars on them?
Hold on.
Cobra Kai never die.
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it?
So yeah, how do you guys feel about the fact that EA is not carrying the Star Wars banner anymore?
I'm just tired of EA in general.
I am too.
They can go eat dust farts from a 2,000-year-old mummy.
I was hoping that these guys just go out of business.
They won't.
I know they won't. They got too much.
This is how I feel.
Just that division, because I mean, you can't live without fucking, the sports games. Madden got the sports games on lock. They always have, even though recently they have been quite buggy. They've always had sports games on lock. If they're able to at least try to share their licensing with like NFL and all these other things, I think we might have a chance to see other games like we used to see back in the days, like 2K. Like 2K,
2K was amazing.
2K
was better than Madden.
Football and that was great. Love that shit.
I don't even like sports games, and 2K was awesome.
Yes, it was.
They were the first. They were the first ones to do quarterback vision.
That's
first
true.
Ones. First ones. 2K was the first for a lot of different sports games: tennis, basketball, football, golf. They had a shit ton. Hockey. They did things in those games that EA weren't doing.
When gaming was fire.
It really was.
So you know what?
Dreamcast. Remember that?
Nigga, Dreamcast. Come on.
Now, Roundhouse.
Yeah.
I am going to let you, for the first time ever, I'm actually going to let you do a tirade to Ron on why. Why this whole EA Star Wars thing is a good idea.
All right. So, first of all, thank fucking God.
That's a picture for the ages right there.
Is that a Dreamcast?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit! Is that the yellow? Is that the yellow one?
Oh
yeah.
I never had the yellow one. I missed that.
And as you can see, there's a pirated copy of a game in there.
That's right. It may or may not be Power Stone because niggas is watching.
Send me that picture. I need that.
So, first of all, I want to just want to say that it's a brand new day. I'm happy that they fucking left EA. EA has been terrible with Star Wars games. At least, and people are talking about when it comes to Star Wars games, EA has been terrible. The only two games I would say was actually decent was Fallen Order and Squadrons.
Those are the two new last ones, basically.
You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that,
what about Force Unleashed?
That wasn't EA. That was LucasArts.
Yeah.
Really?
That was when LucasArts was still around.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it's the same. And it's the same with Knights of the Old Republic. That was done by BioWare.
Yeah. So the problem is that as much as I love them going to Ubisoft, there's a slight problem, and Echo, you may know this problem. When it comes to Massive doing this shit,
oh god, Massive has problems.
We gotta talk because on some real shit, Massive has done as much as Division 2 is an okay game. Like they could have been better, and it's like they took steps forward still, but there was some things they took steps back. And I don't know what type. Like it all depends on what they do. Open world.
Did they come together because opposites attract? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
It was coming. I knew it. If they're going to do open world, I would want them to do something like they did with Wildlands. Wildlands was like one of the best open world games when it came to what do you call it? Those type of games.
Looter shooters?
Yeah. Well. The Wildlands.
Well, technically, Wildlands isn't a looter shooter. Division is. Wildland is more of an open world action adventure game,
and that's what we need. We need that type of open worldness with Star Wars. We need that. What Wildlands is. See, I didn't say Breaking Point. I said Wildlands.
I know. Because Breaking Point was shit.
Breaking Point was shit. Anyway, we need what Wildlands do. When it comes to something like looter shooter, that's not me.
No, that's him.
No, when it comes to looter shooters,
you're a looter shooter.
I think Division. I think they need to take steps where the first Division was, You know what I mean? And go with that, because Division 2 has some good things, but a lot of bad. There's some things that they didn't really take too much from the first one that they did. Also, too, the fact that there was only one team that worked on Division 2. It wasn't two, which means a PvP. And if they plan on doing PvP in a Star Wars game, let Red Storm do it, please. Because y'all know y'all trash.
Didn't Red Storm do the PvP in
the first
Division 2?
No.
They did it in just one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That's why it sucks.
Okay.
That's why it sucks. So there's a lot of questionable things that I'm worried about.
Questionable.
It is, because when Massive was the team with Massive, a lot of them left or got put on other projects. The other projects is this Avatar game. So a lot of stuff that was making Division 2 better, some of the team has gone and been put on other projects, like the Avatar game. So now they have the Star Wars game. So now it's like, what team is going to be working on what? And so everybody's like, Division 2's done.
Last Airbender or James Cameron?
It's like Division 2's done. Division 2's done. Division 2's done. In a way, kind of is now. Because if you got a what would you call it? A major conglomerate, a major licensing with Lucasfilm, you have to put your best people on that game. You can't even slack with that shit. Because not only will have rage from the fans, people that actually like massive games like the first Division, but it'll be really bad. Like it's a lot.
Tell EA that they've been fucking with their shit for years.
Right. So. And then what makes it even bad, you got EA, like the shit they did with EA. There's games in EA that didn't even get to come out. They canceled them shits.
Yes, they did.
So now, Massive, we got to see what you're going to do. Because I know Division 2 is not going to get any other type of updates. If it does, it'll probably be lackluster. And I'm pretty sure most of the people that has been working on Division 2 will be put on this the next Star Wars game, because they're going to need it. And they're setting a date for 2023. So there's no Division 3 coming out. I'm not even expecting it. And I don't want to. And I'm like, okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Division's not worth it, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just want them to bring back the golden bullet.
What we need is an Anthem 2.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you definitely need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's like having an extra finger on no eyebrow. Nobody wants that.
But it's one of those things where we wait and see. Because I'm not, and also too, Ubisoft, they don't do things subtle, so they do things in a grander scale. So we won't see anything or inkling of it in probably till 2022, and then at E3. So it's a
one this year.
And mind you, the Avatar game has no release date, and nobody knows if that shit's even done yet.
Well, the reason why that is because they wanted to bring the game out when the movie came out, because the game is intertwined with the movie.
Oh, it's a fucking tie-in.
Yeah. But
so basically, from what I heard, the movie's been delayed, so the game is delayed.
That makes sense.
You mean it'd be the Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
They did 2 and 3 at the same time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, honestly. Yeah. Because honestly, like the game itself, I need to see something before I can say anything about it. So I mean, but does it give me excitement for the Star Wars game to be with Ubisoft? For Lucasfilm to be with Lucas Games to be with Star Wars? I mean, Lucasfilm to be with Ubisoft? Yes, but it's questionable.
I feel that it's just a trial run, really. They just want to see what they can do.
Better than EA, I'll tell you that much.
Your face. Better than EA, I'll tell you that much.
and you know what? Man with No Nickname said something that really rings so true.
What do you say?
I hope the NFL takes light of what Lucasfilm has done by getting their IP, their license away from EA and spread their Star Wars games out to other studios just so other people have opportunities and to making Star Wars games. Same thing with NFL. At one point,
they don't have to go away from it. They just need to just open it up from being exclusive to EA because EA has exclusive rights to it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The last NFL Madden games have not been for the last decade. Madden games have never really been that great. Let's be real. I understand what you're saying. Madden itself could stay with EA, but NFL license, I would love to see a new 2K game. I would love to see other companies work with, do other. I want to see other sports games from different companies. That's it. It's just do something else. I mean, I hope NFL takes this and uses this to be like, hey, maybe we should go with it because their contract is up, I believe, in August this year.
Yeah.
So
is that first issue?
So I think their contract is up in August. So we'll see.
Yeah. Wow, you went to a comic shop. What?
Yeah. I almost had to kill 2 niggas for it. And I got it for regular price. Regular price.
Wow.
To Ryan, aren't you proud of me?
Some
niggas was trying to sell it to me for $70. I told them to fall down all the stairs.
But
I said I'm only paying $8.
But how do you feel about it, Echo? Because honestly, you played with me. So
see it's tough because
you played Wildlands. So
yeah, I know. I have. I played Wildlands. I played Breaking Point. I played Division, Grand Theft Auto, all types of open world, all types of companies that made open world games. And even I would say I wouldn't pick necessarily Ubisoft, really. I wouldn't even pick Rockstar either to do their games. I was hoping that they were going to do what they do with almost everything else and monopolize the whole fucking shit and make their own company like they had before, just better. Because their guys know what the shit is. Those Lucas Games guys, like the Lucas Arts, when it came out, they had the material with them. They knew what to do. So that's why the fighting game that they had was fucking boss at the time. The original Battlefront games that came out back then were fucking awesome. All the Rogue Squadron, awesome.
And they gave us third-person view with Rogue Squadron. I still don't know.
And then fucking who can forget Jedi Outcast? Who can forget Jedi Academy and Jedi Academy 2? Who can forget any of those? Those were games that were done by people who had the source material with them, who knew it by heart. EA didn't even know any of this shit by heart. They were making shit up as they go. You can tell, even though it was a good game, you can tell when Force Unleashed came out, the first one. It was a good game. But you could tell that shit was made up just as it was going. And then the second one came out, and you were like, what? What's going on here?
It must have been made by Ryan Johnson.
You know what's weird? That was actually one of the last. Force Unleashed 2 was one of the last LucasArts games, and majority of the team was dismantled.
Yeah.
So that's why Force Unleashed 2 was trash.
You can tell, yeah. 2 was trash. It was a broken mess.
Yeah. But
I just feel I was just hoping that they just keep it in house and just do what they're doing with since they got new material and shit like that. And just like how they got a really good movie director and a really good writer and now animated director and writer on a lot of the Star Wars shows. Fucking do something like that with the games now. Get a really good creative gaming director that's very well known and can't fuck up shit.
That's true.
And get good writers with them.
And pay them bills. Speaking of pay them bills.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's weird? I think the reason why.
Ow. We trying to pay bills over here. You got to be.
You didn't hear it too? I was saying, it's time to pay some bills. And you're like, Al's like, I really think we should pay some bills. Right, Al?
Yeah, pay some bills.
Yes, we got to pay some bills right now.
I think the reason why Ubisoft got it is because Ubisoft used to work on the Disney games. So I think it was like one of those things where it's like, hey, we have this other company. You know what I mean? Because they did work on Disney games. I'm not talking about Star Wars. I'm talking about games that Disney had done or wanted to get done. Like the kid games and stuff like that.
Pre-Star Wars.
Pre-Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
So Ubisoft worked with Disney on a lot of different Disney games. So I think that's why they got it.
Man, you know what's more popular than those
but it
games?
Didn't go to, which is weird. I'm surprised it didn't go to Ubisoft Montreal. I'm surprised it went to Massive, but I understand.
Only this project did.
Yeah.
I said, it's not official, like, of them picking them, but they just want. I'm thinking it's just a trial run to see. They're probably just shopping around.
You know what's weird? I think that I think they're trying to go for an Assassin's Creed type of which is perfect because we can finally get back to 1313. Star Wars 1313. I would love to get that back. Like, please.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, I mean, it was literally.
We're gonna get better stimulus checks before we get Star Wars 1313. Keep it 100. You say I deserve $5,000. You don't say. Sorry, Star Wars 1313. You're gonna have to wait again.
I mean, I would love to get a Star Wars 1313, and I would love to get a Mandalorian game, and I think that's probably what they're gonna probably work on.
Hopefully, I'm hoping this open world one is something like that, where you get to either make your own character, kind of like Knights of the Old Republic.
If they did a Mandalorian game, I would want that to be done by Rockstar. I think. Like Red Dead style Mandalorian game would be fire. Because if you look at Mandalorian, that's just a fucking Western, dog.
Yeah.
It is. The 2 episodes I've seen, he's correct.
Speaking, I want to stay within Star Wars and everything. Speaking of Star Wars, there's been a lot of complaints about the High Republic.
Oh.
So apparently, some fans and some YouTubers, Star Wars YouTuber fans, are pissed at the High Republic because of certain writers that are on there. Because apparently one of the writers apparently hates white people. I'm looking at this like, why is this a thing? And their complaints was about how woke some of the characters are gonna be or look and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I was like, and I wrote something. I said, Star Wars is, and I was like, for a long time, Star Wars has been really dominant with,
very white,
certain white characters. Let's be real about it. And I was like, there's not much. I mean, if you're looking at the old stories, there's not one black person in the whole story besides one person. And if you look at the prequels, there's only one other black person. I mean, if you look hard enough, you can see one of the Jedis is black. But I was like, there's nothing wrong with representation. I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the problem is that you're so used to having you're so used to seeing certain type of characters on covers that it upsets you instead of just actually being open about it. And I'm not saying just like black characters, Spanish characters. I mean, like a slew of alien characters. When you look at covers, there's not the only character we see in the cover is usually Chewbacca or Thrawn. We haven't really seen that many other characters put in the forefront. You know what I mean? Like
I like the
alien
fact that
characters.
they got aliens now, like more in the forefront with this
Right.
High Republic thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they got a Wookiee Jedi, yo.
Right, but they
with
have one
braids
before.
on his beard.
Yeah, but they have one before in the Clone Wars.
This is a
But
comic?
you know what I'm saying though, right? That
This is a
should not
comic?
be
Huh?
Is this a comic?
It's a novel.
it's a novel.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this should not be a problem. You know, this shouldn't be a problem. We should all have like, I want to say it should be showing a lot of different people. And the one thing when the first time we saw the High Republic trailer, the original trailer, and they had this whiteboard and they were talking about what they want to, what would be great for the new High Republic. The one thing there that was circles was diversity. There's nothing wrong with diversity. And I hate to burst some white Star Wars fans' bubbles, but diversity is not hurting you. It's only just gonna make it just makes things better. That's all.
And plus, also, when it comes to the diversity, it's not even a black-white thing. They wanted to implement more aliens because you realize you're in a galaxy far, far away from this shit, and you're all over the fucking place in this fucking galaxy. And all you seeing is fucking humanoid-like people. No, you're seeing fucking aliens.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Can't get more fucking diverse than that.
You can't.
You can't.
Fucking Twi'leks and whatever fucking shit is out there. Right. You got things with horns on their head. Come on now.
And I understand when it comes to the movies. Sometimes I understand to a certain point. When it comes to movies, like
it's different because you can literally whitewash characters.
Right.
Yes.
True. There you go. I wouldn't even go there, but go ahead.
No, but it's very true. It's you can. And plus also, I mean, maybe back then when they were trying to do the Star Wars thing, but even then they went so far ahead with prosthetics and makeup and stuff like that. Because the thing is, a true Star Wars fan would understand that it's not really a black-white thing about it, because technically it's all about the aliens. Because there's aliens all over the fucking place. You go into the Mos Eisley fucking bar, and all you see is aliens and droids.
Right.
You see maybe one or two humans, and you see one guy who looks human, and you turn around, the other half of his face is a fucking bug, and you're like, whoa.
Right. Like that's the thing too. Like this is the problem I've had with these Star Wars YouTubers now. Like, because it seems to me a lot of grandstanding and a lot of complaining about it. When you listen to them, I'll show you. I'll give you some links. I'll show you guys some links to some of them, and a lot of complaints seem very kind of like. Some of them are political and some of them are like, really complaining about diversity. And don't get me wrong, I understand the hate for Kathleen Kennedy. I understand it. Again, I have a problem with what she did for the last 3 movies, especially what she did with John Boyega, like brushing him to the side like he didn't exist. So yeah, I get it, but at the same time,
she wasn't the only one. Did you see the shit in China where they practically got him out of shit? Oh my god!
They put him in the back on the left corner.
Some people even got rid of him completely, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fun. But you know what? They can put him to the side. They can erase him with Photoshop, but you know what they can't erase? That paycheck that my man get, and that's the force right there, baby.
You know what's what the funniest thing is? When somebody asked Oscar Isaac, would he ever do another Star Wars movie or something like that? He was like, if I ever have to do another Star Wars movie, the only time I do another Star Wars movie is if I need another house.
Wow.
If I need to buy another house, that's about. I was like, whoa, hatred, and it's not just him, and it's not just John, but it's Daisy Ridley as well.
Yep.
Adam Driver. It's all of them.
But you know what it is the blame puts on John because he's the most outspoken, and
Well, yeah,
we know what that is. That's straight up like that's racism right there, and it is because you don't want we're okay to be on your screen and put to the side, but when there's actually a problem, we can't speak because you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it from our perspective because our perspective doesn't exist. So this is the problem I have with a lot of the YouTube Star Wars group of fan base that record these videos. I think a lot of it comes down to diversity, and I think a lot of it comes down to them not accepting diversity when it comes to these characters and the development of these novels. And it's not saying that all Black people are in the books. It's just saying that there are more than just white and Black people. There are aliens, and not for nothing, I would love to see a story with a Twi'lek, just just something different. There's nothing wrong, and we can't be scared of sometimes seeing something different. It's Star Wars. Everything's different.
Truly.
Like, so the complaints need to, like, honestly, I just need everybody to shut the fuck up.
Well, with that said, we're going to end this episode.
Shut the fuck up.
Or you could shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're gonna end this episode today. Thank you for joining us this evening and the first episode of the year. Of course, like, share, subscribe as usual, and throw down in the comments, what do you think about the whole Star Wars High Republic? That's what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
And what do you and shut the fuck up. Or what do you think about Cobra Kai season 3 and your predictions on season 4 and everything that we talked about today? And what other stuff? What other things we want to say final?
I mean, we
kind of
went through the whole capital shit. I mean, we already talked about that.
That's okay. No, we're gonna save that as a bonus thing a little later.
I didn't even get all of that, but I got a good amount of it.
Yeah, well.
You can see us on all the hear us and see us on all the platforms that you see on the screen right here. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. I was talking over you. That was my fault.
Oh,
check on me.
I just did that.
Check on me.
What's the number, Craig?
No, what's the number?
Yeah,
you can do that part.
No, I can't do that part.
Before you give the number out, I want everybody to let everybody know that me and Man Has No Nickname will be doing our wrestling channel soon. So you can get all your wrestling news from us.
Sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
He came up to me with the idea the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, word." And it sounded like I was just brushing him off. And then I came up with like mad ideas, and he didn't even answer me. And I was just like, "This nigga, it was his idea."
Because that was a good idea. I was like, "Yeah, I'm with it."
Do you guys have a name for it yet?
Thumbs up.
No, we don't have no name for it.
No, he said nothing. And then I think the next day he was like, yeah.
Okay,
like,
so
because I don't have a name for it.
All right. So we will be I guess these guys will be announcing shortly, eventually, when their name for their you're gonna do a channel or you're gonna put the videos on here?
No,
it's gonna be on here. It's gonna be on
so the videos will be on this channel. Yeah. And the number is 973-370-3115. Okay,
give a call, say hi, leave a message, say and whatever, we'll get back to you.
That's right.
Or you could
shut the fuck
up. And on that note, we're gonna see you. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.